The November 5th meeting of the Thousand Oaks Youth Commission is being called to order at 6:31 p.m. We will now have the Pledge of Allegiance led by Commissioner Breiman.
Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Commissioner Breiman. Next, we'll have roll call taken by Francine Spiegel, our staff coordinator.
Thank you. Happy fall. Please say here present when I call your name. Commissioner Byrd.
Present.
Commissioner Boyajian.
Here.
Commissioner Brousseau.
Here.
Commissioner Breiman.
Here.
Commissioner Cutler-Dye.
Here.
Commissioner Lederer is absent. Commissioner McGuigan.
Here.
Commissioner Nash.
Here.
Commissioner Owens.
Here.
Commissioner Sauté.
Here.
Commissioner Schooley.
Here.
Commissioner Shao.
Here.
Commissioner Walshaw is absent. And Adult Commissioner Martinez.
Here.
And Adult Commissioner Petrus.
Present.
Thank you.
At this time, could Commissioner Sauté please introduce the public comment section of our meeting?
This is the time in our meeting when we invite members of the public to state their concerns about youth-related issues in our city or to present items for Commission consideration. Are there any members of the public who would like to speak at this time? There being none, let's move on.
Item 5 of our meeting is our guest speaker portion, and I'd like to invite Commissioner Owens to tell us who we have today.
Our guest speaker today is Karina Arellano from American Red Cross Ventura County. She is a member of the Board of Directors from American Red Cross. So without further ado, here is Karina.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me here today. Is the microphone okay? Yeah. All right, perfect. So I'm here representing the Red Cross today. My name's Karina Arellano, and I want to start out by just sharing a little bit about why I'm personally passionate about helping youth and helping to develop youth and think about, developing leadership opportunities for our community. I grew up in the county. I grew up in Oxnard, first generation here. My dad started out cleaning an ornamental iron shop and eventually opened up his own. My mom didn't graduate high school before she got married, and so she was mainly a stay-at-home mom, and oftentimes she worked cooking for catering trucks just to help supplement our family income. They had a lot of high hopes, but they didn't exactly know how to help me. I was lucky enough to have a lot of organizations in the community that I was a part of that I felt contributed to where I am today, and a lot of mentors along the way as well. In high school, I went to Channel Islands High School, and I was part of Upper Bound. That's a national program focused on helping kids get to college. So I really kind of owe a lot of, I owe going to college to Upper Bound. I feel like they help give me guidance, they help give me resources. And it was a program that I attended at Cal Lutheran right in our backyard here. In college, I was part of another program called Inroads. And Inroads helped to place minority students in corporate jobs. I didn't know anyone in a corporate job, at least in my immediate family. So that was also a big deal for me personally. My first job out of college was at WellPoint when headquarters were in Thousand Oaks, and I worked out of Camarillo right down the street. There I found a lot of really great mentors and leaders that I could model after, and one of them was Jim McGee, who is the current CEO for Red Cross in Central California, and that's why I'm here today. After graduating college and since working at WellPoint, I got my MBA from Wharton, and now I work at Amgen. So I'm right back here in the community, and now I'm trying to give back by working with the Red Cross to develop youth programs in our area. So let's start and talk about the Red Cross a little bit more. So the mission of the Red Cross, I'm just going to read it. It's to prevent and alleviate human suffering in the face of emergencies by mobilizing the power of volunteers and generosity of donors. So what does that mean? That means that in our community, when, the Red Cross is here to do a couple of things. One, it's here to help prepare our community for disasters. The second thing that the Red Cross does in our backyard is help when there is a disaster. There are lots of fires through our community. We see them on TV all the time. We have earthquakes in California. There are lots of different things that we don't necessarily think about every day, and the Red Cross is always the first responder. The blood donation drives are another way that the Red Cross contributes in the area. They also have a lot of programs around helping to connect military with their families back home, and a lot of really impactful stories about how they have brought people back home when they have family emergencies and such. And the last piece that is unique to the Red Cross is that it's not only a local effort, and it's not just a national effort, it's a global effort. And we're developing different programs to help youth be connected in their backyards locally, throughout their communities, in national efforts and in global efforts. 90% or over 90% of Red Cross employees are volunteers, and very few of those are youth. And so the focus for us this year has been to re-energize a lot of our youth programs. And we invite you, to share the message and help us think about how to mobilize youth in the community to help become leaders and take on leadership roles in preparing for disasters or reacting to, or in other big national or global initiatives. One big example that's a national initiative that a lot of our high school programs have been involved with is the Measles Initiative. And I think the statistic is $1 raised equals a vaccine that could help save someone's life. And the Red Cross partnered with a couple other global organizations has been able to help over 1 billion people in over 80 developing countries. And we have a lot of high schools in our backyard that are helping to contribute to that. So that's just one example of, really impactful work that youth in our community are doing. A couple other programs that we've developed recently kind of cut across all of our schools. So we have programs for elementary. For instance, there's a puppet show, and the Red Cross comes to the school and through a puppet show helps to educate kids on how to prepare for disasters. At the junior high level, we're helping educate kids, but also helping them prepare their families. And at the high school level, lots of programs around helping to develop students to become leaders, take on a more active leadership role. And our board members are actually beginning to engage with this group of students to help build in more mentorship and a tie back to community. We have a very impressive board of directors that's just getting much more in touch with the efforts that our youth are doing. So those are a couple of different ways of a couple of different programs, but there are a lot of other ways to get involved and a lot of other areas of the Red Cross to get involved. I think at the end of the day, I just kind of want to leave you with the message that it's a local program, it's a national program, it's a global effort, and there are a lot of different ways to generate impact and be leaders in your community. So if you want to get more involved with the Red Cross, I believe I provided a contact name at the Red Cross that we can help connect you, or different, high schools or programs that you believe are a good fit for the Red Cross to partner with. So I think with that, I just want to thank you again for having me here and see if you have any questions for me.
Yeah, thank you so much. Are there any questions at this time? Well, I have a question.
Sure.
So you said you're really trying to reach out more to the youth, especially at a high school level, you're trying to build leadership. Would you be looking, or would the Red Cross be willing to take an idea that a high schooler came up with to that local, national, global extent? Say a high schooler wants to really get blood drives going at their high school. Would you guys be willing to, how would that process work? How would a high schooler go about contacting you guys? And then from there, what does the process look like?
Yes, so I provided you with the contact name, so you can reach out to our local offices. Andy Bigson is the right person to contact. But the Red Cross has a lot of really strong infrastructure. So we have the infrastructure to, support any blood drives. We have the infrastructure to support any of our programs right now, and that's very easily mobilized. So if you wanted to sponsor a blood drive at your school and you just contact us, it's pretty easy to set up, and we'll make sure to work with you along the way. If you guys have unique ideas, like the Smeasle idea, it's a really great cost, big effort. If you have ideas that you want to also share with us, you can personally reach out to me, and I can help you think through that and help you develop it, and we can absolutely present it to other executives at the local Red Cross or even to our board of directors. There's a lot of opportunity to be proactive and to implement a lot of the infrastructure that we already have. So we definitely welcome that.
Thank you so much. Any other questions? Yeah, Hannah? Kira?
You said you worked at Amgen as well. How long have you been involved with the Red Cross and Amgen?
Sure. So I've been at Amgen for about 2 years in a strategy role. So it's a consultant-like role where my job is to problem solve across the company. I get to work with a lot of different departments, a lot of different business units, and think about how we improve our business from an efficiency standpoint or from a growth perspective. How do we grow our business? And I've been involved with the Red Cross for about a year, and my focus has been as a board of director to help develop and think about how we bring more youth programs to our county.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Jordan?
What are some of the leadership skills high schoolers can obtain from working with the Red Cross?
Sure. I think there are a number of them. I think to a question Katie asked on, can you be proactive about bringing new ideas to the table? That's something that you can absolutely do. I think, when you are at the Red Cross, you're playing a lot of different roles depending on where you decide to play. For instance, if there's a disaster and you know how to be prepared and you are aware of how to react in a disaster, you can play a very critical role in helping the community react to a disaster when, families lose their homes or have fires or there are other very impactful areas. In a case like the Measles Initiative, you're helping to fundraise and mobilize people around a cause. And I think a lot of them are often soft skills. Some things are things you can learn just by doing and training, but ultimately I think it's just taking action that starts moving you in the right direction. And the other thing that we're trying to do as well is just provide more mentorship. So we're trying to do a better job at linking our board with the programs, the youth programs, and we're just revitalizing our high school programs, and we're thinking about how to do a better job at either through speaker forums or other methods, provide more of that guidance and mentorship. We have board of directors that work across a number of industries, healthcare, the financial sector, other nonprofits. Kind of across the board, we have a group of really kind of talented people, and we're trying to share that perspective with you so that you have access to knowledge on different career paths, knowledge on different interests, and just more knowledge on how to become leaders and take more action in your backyard.
Thank you. Are there any further questions? Okay, well, I want to read out that contact information just so it's out there. You can call 805-706-0423, or you can call 805-320-9263 to contact Andy Bankson, who's the American Red Cross Preparedness Manager, and his email is Andy, ANDI.Bankson, BANKSON, at redcross.org. So I think that's a great way to get involved, especially in causes that are very universal and can really help lots of people. So thank you so much for your presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Owens, and thank you to our guest speaker for that interesting information on Red Cross. At this point, I'd like to turn over the meeting to our Vice Chair, Commissioner Sauté.
Thank you, Commissioner Chair. Item 6 is school and liaison reports. In addition to being an advisory body to City Council, the Youth Commission also appoints commissioners to act as liaisons to various youth organizations. Commissioner Nash, will you please introduce item 6A, the ASG portion of our meeting?
The Youth Commission invites representatives from each of our local high schools and middle schools to present information about school activities for the purpose of generating a feeling of community spirit. Can Cade Creason from Sequoia please speak?
Hello, my name is Cade Creason. I am the ASB president for Sequoia Middle School. I'm here today to give you updates about Sequoia and its events. First, on November 10th, in honor of Veterans Day, the entire school will be wearing red, white, and blue. Sequoia will also be holding a school-wide assembly honoring veterans that day. Following this dress day, we will have another on November 13th to represent the blue and gold colors for Sequoia due to Spirit Night at the Teen Center at 5:30. Out of all the middle schools that gather that night, Sequoia does really well in the decorating contest, relay 1 and 2, tug of war, and the lip sync, which has led us to be the champs the last 5 years. And we are definitely looking for another win this year too. Another event that gets students pumped with loud music, fun, prizes, and competition are lunchtime activities we like to call Fun Fridays. Next Friday, on November 14th, ASB will have the Pumpkin Pass, which involves kids passing a pumpkin around a circle super fast. The catch to this game, however, is that the pumpkins are covered in baby oil, causing the pumpkins to be very slippery. However, this event is sure to add some fun and memorable times with Sequoia students. After the Pumpkin Pass on November 18th through the 21st at lunch, ASB will be holding the turkey toss for Cody. Many think that the turkey toss is turkey-rific because it involves using a slingshot to launch rubber chickens across the gym into buckets. Students receive Cody points for first, second, and third place for each grade level. This activity will really bring out the school spirit and be truly entertaining for all. Coming up next is Sequoia's 32nd annual 5K. All the students come together and run a 5K as a school on November 25th, with a really cool expo afterwards. We would love people to come and support the students as they run. Additionally, Sequoia would like to see a great attendance at Sequoia's talent show, as the tryouts have begun. Mark your calendars for December 5th, as the Sequoia students will show off their talents. Thank you for your time, and we would love to see you at some of these Sequoia events. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have Julia Schiff and Grace Listak from Los Cerritos.
Hi, we are the representatives for Associated Student Body of Los Cerritos Middle School. I am Grace Lestak, the classroom manager of ASB.
And I am Julia Schiff, the vice president.
These are a few of our school events that are current. In October, we have a retreat, which is 3 days long. It consists of ASB, PSST, and LCSA at Camp Hess Kramer. It's once a year, which makes it more memorable. We learn a lot about ourselves, and we also learn leadership traits, such as responsibility, integrity, and how to be outgoing and speak in front of a group.
Also, every other week we have LTAs, which stands for lunchtime activity. Basically, this is just something fun that we do on Fridays to entertain the students at lunch, and it's really fun, which usually all the grades do. We recently had our Halloween LTA, where we got to see everyone's costumes, and we had a contest and awarded the students for most original, funniest, and scariest.
We often have dances. We recently had the Halloween dance, which consists of a haunted house, too. Children were getting scared everywhere, and it was really funny. They are created by leadership students and teachers. We encourage students to come to them. by making posters and also making announcements every day before the dance. We usually make 45 posters, so that's every ASB student making a poster.
We also have Cody Days, which stands for Class of the Year. And basically your first period class is your Cody class. And it's basically days that you dress up, and if you participate, you earn points for your class. And at the end of the trimester, the class that has the most points gets to go on a small, like, fun trip, like somewhere like golf and stuff. So we recently had, like, Halloween, like if you dressed up, you earn points, or we had, like, a blackout Cody Day where you just wear black and you get points like that.
We also have Science Night coming up, which is real scientists performing real experiments. We have a 45-minute presentation by scientists from around the area. We also have booths. One booth will be a dry ice booth and the other will be a slime booth. The rest, well, you'll have to come and see.
We also recently had a cookie dough and magazine drive, which was really fun because you got to sell cookie dough and magazines, and you earn money for the school, and the more that you sell, like, they reward you with fun prizes to encourage you to sell more.
To go along with the cookie dough drive, we also had a choir drive because our choir has never lost a competition with our teacher, and we used the Seas Candy drive to earn money to go to festival this year. We also have a Band-Aid drive. This came along when a child in a hospital had spinal cancer, and he asked the doctor if he could have a colorful Band-Aid, and the doctor said that they couldn't afford them. So our school is helping by bringing in colorful Band-Aids to help the children that want them in hospitals. We're also having a Manna food drive where we turn in food for Manna and we give back to our community.
We also recently had 2 students at our school win an award for surf team, and tonight we have our snowboard and ski club meeting for those who want to participate and go to Mountain High.
Thank you for learning about our current events at LCMS. Is there any questions from anybody? Yeah.
How much do you guys know roughly how much you earn from the magazine drive?
I don't think we have like a total on it yet because that was really recent. Like we still haven't gotten like our rewards for selling it, but I'm sure soon we'll find out how much we raised for our school.
We plan to come in future meetings so we can reflect on how much we earned and stuff like that. So.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have Jeremy Gerlich and Easton Krug from Kalina Middle School.
Hi, my name is Jeremy Gerlich, the treasurer for Kalina Middle School, and I'm representing Kalina Middle School. I'm here to report some activities that have been going on at Kalina. On October 23rd, Kalina's ASB performed a flash mob to the song Thriller by Michael Jackson. The next day was our Halloween carnival and Cody dress up. Students could choose to wear orange and black or their Halloween costume. The week of October 27th was also Red Ribbon Week. This week was filled with announcements and lunchtime activities, just to get the message across, don't use drugs. We also had a Cody dress-up day on the 31st of that week to wear red and or a tie to tie up drugs.
Hi, my name is Easton Krug, and I'm the sound director for Kalina Middle School. We also have developed cheers for each grade level, as well as a school chant. On the 31st, ASB went into 47 classrooms on campus and taught these cheers. Today, we had an ASB field trip to Ventura County and joined many other ASB classes from across California. We heard 3 motivational speakers as well as a dance and a discussion at the end. Finally, at November 13th is Spirit Night. Many CVUSD school participants in this night devote to build spirit and teamwork in schools. There are relay races, lip syncs, and cheers on this night. Thank you for listening.
Are there any questions? Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we have Tian Yi from Westlake High School.
Hello, my name is Tian Yi, and I'm in 10th grade at Westlake High School. I'm here to detail the events that are occurring, that the community can partake in, occurring from November to early December. To start, we have a blood drive on the 21st of November that people at Westlake High School can partake in. Sign-ups for the blood drives occur on the 7th of November at the Wigwam. Also, for those fond of cooking, Westlake High School is selling cookbooks in room 22A from the 7th to the 21st of November. On the other hand, if you are fond of eating delicious foods, come stop by the Kiva Bake Sale on the 14th of November at the bridge leading into Westlake High School. Also, I'd like to state that the seniors of Westlake High School will have an opportunity to see class rings on the 10th of November. During the first Thursday, Friday, and on a Saturday matinee, Westlake High School's chorus will be performing their annual winter holiday concert. And lastly, and certainly not least, because nobody else has brought this up yet, there's a new In-N-Out branch in Westlake. So all of those who are fond of these delicious burgers, rejoice. I believe it's by the Target in Westlake. And that's all for November and early December. Thank you.
Thank you to those representatives who came out to make reports for your schools. We encourage all ASB members to send your representatives each month. Item 6B is the Teen Center Advisory Committee. Will Teen Center Liaison Commissioner McWeekin please introduce this portion of the meeting?
All right, so the past month was fun-filled month at the Teen Center. Some of the activities we had were a HOCO 2.0 for Newbury Park High School. NPHS seniors Josh Eady, Nick Ortley, and Susie Smith planned it, and 480 people attended. Secondly, the Teen Center hosted a Halloween blacklight dance for 7th and 8th graders, which was a spooktacular event. And also, free math tutoring is offered every Monday from 4 to 5:30, and these math tutors are like top of the range, like anywhere from geometry to AP Calc, like they got it. The Reign of Terror Haunted House is at the Jan's Marketplace. We had 12 nights of awesomeness at the best walk-through haunted house in Southern California. Also, the middle school boys soccer friendly just ended. Sequoia beat Kalina 3-2 in a very close championship match. Also, we hosted the Ventura County 2014 Vocal Superstar Competition put on by Sade Champagne, coolest name ever, and local hip-hop artist Tri-C won the competition. Lastly, the Mud Crazy Mud Run was this past Sunday. Over 1,200 runners participated, and it was an awesome event. Some programs we have for the next month include a playoffs for the boys' middle school basketball and girls' volleyball leagues, a high school ping pong tournament on Sunday, November 9th. The NPHS Panther Pong Club has challenged the TOHS Ping Pong Club to an awesome match that I will be partaking in. Also, the middle school harvest dance is on Saturday, November 15th for 7th and 8th graders. And the high school Battle of Bands is on Saturday, December 6th. If you know any friends and bands, have them apply today. We also have a very awesome selection of classes and programs starting very soon. Here are a few of the highlights. A chocolate making workshop on Wednesday, November 9th. Sean Orr, the chief chocolatier for Tifa Chocolate, will be teaching this hands-on chocolate making experience. There will be plenty of samples during the class and to take home as well. Your parents will love you. Also, the LA Auto Show excursions on Saturday, November 22nd. Come check out one of the most influential automotive events on Earth. You can tour hundreds of different vehicles and check out the latest in automotive technology. Also, the winter cardio workouts, Mondays 5 to 6 p.m. from 11:10 to 12:15. You can get in great shape this holiday season, work off those Thanksgiving pounds. CrossFit inspired all-body workout, including cardio drills and strength training that will get you looking and feeling great. Finally, there's a mobile app design, iOS, Mondays 4 to 5:30 p.m. from 11:10 to 12:15. Build your own mobile apps for the world's most coveted platforms, iOS. Build games, simulations, and applications leveraging features of user interface, programming logic, sensors, and interfaces. We have a bunch of other awesome stuff coming up, as well as some information, so please visit our website at www.thousandoaksteencenter.com or find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. That's it. Thanks.
Thank you, Commissioner McGuigan. Commissioner Schooley, will you please introduce item 6C, the Thousand Oaks Library Teen Advisory League, or total item on the agenda?
So I am a member of the Thousand Oaks Library Teen Advisory League, otherwise known as TOTAL. So upcoming event is the Teen Movie Matinee during Thanksgiving break. This event is going to be held on Saturday, November 29th from 3 o'clock to 4:35. And there's going to be a showing of the movie The Giver, which is an awesome movie, so you guys should go see it. Just a short description. In a seemingly perfect community without war, pain, suffering, differences, or choice, a young boy is chosen to learn from an elderly man about the true pain and pleasure of the real world. This is based on the Newbery Award-winning book by Louis Lowry. So it's a really cool event. You guys should go. It's a free movie. Again, that's Saturday, November 29th from 3 to 4:35, and that's going to be held in the Grant R. Brimhall Library Community Room. Also, the library's new MakerBot Replicator 2X 3D printer was debuted last month at a special teen program. This 3D printer is now on display at the library. Staff is working to make it public so that people can be using it in the future. If you guys want to come check it out and see how it works, you guys are welcome to do that. It actually, you can like make designs and it will actually print out 3D like physical objects. It's actually pretty cool. So you should go check that out at the library. And last but not least, the Learning Express Library is a program that offers college preparation center with preparation tools for SAT, ACT, PSAT, college admissions essay, writing help, and a lot more. To find this and other great online resources, there's one of these flyers at the table up there if you guys want to get one of these. You can also get more information at toaks.org/library. There's a lot of really cool electronic resources for middle schoolers and high schoolers. You can go for tutoring or homework help, or for if you need like a database. It's really cool. You can even learn to learn a you can also use it to learn a language. They have this language learning program, and it has online activities, exercises, lessons, and games. And some of the languages you can learn with this program are Spanish, French, German, Italian, Russian, Mandarin, Japanese, and Korean. And there's also a few others. So it's a really cool program. So you guys should go check that out. Again, there's a flyer up there, or you can go to toaks.org/library for more information. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioners. I now turn the meeting back to Chair Brousseau.
Thank you, Commissioner Sauté. Moving on to our project reports, item 7, we have Commissioner McGuigan again with the therapeutic dance.
All right, so at the last workshop meeting, we decided on our theme as well as our name for the therapeutic dance. So I'm really happy to announce that our theme is Disney, and our name is The Happiest Dance on Earth. So again, the therapeutic dance is on March 28th from 5:30 to 9 o'clock at the Teen Center. And for those of you who don't know, the therapeutic dance is a prom-like experience for young adults and grown men with functional disabilities. And at the last workshop meeting, we've broken the commission down into 5 subcommittees, which are as follows: decorations, photography, entertainment, food, and marketing. And we will begin collecting donations for the dance starting November 19th, which is our next workshop meeting. And that's all. Thanks.
Thank you, Commissioner McGuigan. Next up is our Youth Master Implementation Plan with Commissioner Cutler-Dye.
Our last meeting was a huge success, and I would just like to thank everyone who came and encourage them to come again. We had some great ideas, and I'm really excited to see them carried out. Our next meeting is on November 12th at 6 to 7 p.m. at the Thousand Oaks Civic Arts Plaza in the Oak Room. So I hope to see you there and bring your friends. And now we are going to have a quick report from the subcommittees, starting with Commissioner Nash from the Environmental Committee.
Hello. In the Environmental Committee, we are working on choosing our project. We are considering doing a zero waste lunch day, a recycling competition between the schools, and a park cleanup. We hope to have a final decision by next meeting.
Thank you, Commissioner Nash. Next, can we have Commissioner McGuigan tell us a little bit about the Drugs and Alcohol Committee?
Okay, so I'm filling in for Commissioner Walshaw, who's not here. But the Drugs and Alcohol Committee are planning this year to do more of like a peer-to-peer breakdown of drugs and alcohol, because last year we really tackled the parents' approach to it and getting their kids out of it. So this year we're really going to focus on the kids themselves. So on November 15th, we're going to have another reality party. For those of you who don't know, the reality parties is where we lead a tour of parents through a set of house party. And students portray scenes, and they meet with school resource officers and other members from the district to talk about it afterwards. So if you'd like to volunteer for this, you can email info@straightupvc.org to sign up, or call 805-647-4622. And that is all. Thanks.
Thank you, Commissioner McGuigan. And lastly, could we have Commissioner Bryman tell us a little bit about the recreation team?
Hi, I'm Commissioner Bryman. I'm the co-chair of the Recreation Committee along with Commissioner Boyajian. So the Recreation Committee has come up with a lot of fun, exciting ideas this year, very new. And after lots of consideration, we finally narrowed it down to, I think, our couple choices for the year. I believe that we're going to continue with another year of the Intergenerational Sports Expo with Cal Lutheran University. And another exciting event that I think we're considering as taking on as something new this year would be the Color Run. We're hoping to have it associated with the City of Thousand Oaks and hopefully in partnership with the Teen Center too. So if you come to our meeting next Wednesday, you can help us decide and formulate these ideas into making them happen. So thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Bryman. And just again, thank you to everyone who came to the last meeting. And our next meeting, and I hope to see you there, is on November 12th at 6 to 7 p.m. at the Thousand Oaks Civic Arts Plaza in the Oak Room. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Cutler-Dye. As she said, the implementation plan is a great way for middle schoolers and high schoolers from the community to get involved and help us work on those three main issues, the environment, recreation, and drugs and alcohol. So I hope to see you at our next meeting on this coming Wednesday. And our last project report comes from Commissioner Byrd, and she's going to be talking about the city internship program.
Hi, I'm Commissioner Byrd. Myself and Commissioner Shao are the co-chairs for the City Internship Program this year. And our commencement ceremony for last year's interns is tomorrow from 6 to 7:30 p.m. We invited all of last year's interns and businesses to be recognized for their participation in the program. And a reception will be held 6 to 6:30 with the ceremony immediately following. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Byrd. I'd like to take the opportunity to briefly thank two of our sponsors from last year, the Greater Conejo Valley Chamber of Commerce, as well as the California Lutheran University. Both partners were instrumental in making the program a success, as well as Kathleen Mervin from the Conejo Valley Unified School District and our own Commissioner Petrus from Conejo Youth Employment Services. All made the program a success along with the businesses that participated. So I'm looking forward to celebrating a great first year tomorrow. And City Council and the city for supporting the program as well. And our last item tonight is Commissioner comments. And Commissioner Boyajian, could you please introduce that portion of our meeting?
Yes, so this is the portion of our meeting where commissioners may speak and comment on anything they want in which no action by the commission will be taken. So at this time, are there any commissioner comments? Yes, Commissioner Byrd.
So, the Westlake Village Art Guild is having a 2015 student art show, and the entry deadline is the 21st of February. Artists must be a high school junior or senior residing in the Greater Conejo Valley area or attending a Greater Conejo Valley area school. The first place for each category is $100, and the best in show overall is $250. So if you're an artist, that's pretty great, and you should all enter this. Thank you.
Yeah, Commissioner Shao?
I'd also like to again stress how important it is that we get people to come to our youth implementation meeting, which is again here, Civic Art Plaza, next week on Wednesday. Right? Okay, and yeah, it's actually I personally have a feeling it's going to be a really great year with this program. Also want to take the chance, if you don't already follow us on Instagram and Twitter, our Twitter is TO Youth, and our Instagram is Thousand Oaks YC. Thanks.
Commissioner Brousseau?
I'd just like to take a moment to recognize our own Commissioner Owens. For those of you who don't know, Nordstrom awarded her a $10,000 scholarship with their Nordstrom Cares program, and I heard that it was a surprise in her fourth period physics class, which I wish I would have been there for. So congratulations to Commissioner Owens on that. And then I've also been informed that Commissioner McGuigan ran a winning 5K time, beating everyone else at the mud run out of the 1,200 people in the volunteer race. But I'm... What was your time on the 5K?
It was like 17:40.
See, that's like how long it takes me to run a mile. So, congratulations to Commissioner McGuigan.
Commissioner Byrd.
Okay, sorry, but Oaks did not get the chance. Oaks Christian did not have the school liaison, so I just wanted to say they are having a fall play, which is Two Gentlemen of Verona, and it's really great, and it's Shakespeare, which is kind of interesting, but they put a modern twist on it, and it's Mormons in Utah moving to Las Vegas, and it's actually really funny the way they put it on, and it has a real dog, and the dog's really cute. So everyone should come see it. It opened tonight at 7, and the other shows are Thursday at 7, Saturday at 2 p.m., Saturday at 7, and a Sunday matinee at 2 p.m. So please come and see that. It's very awesome. Even if you don't understand Shakespeare, you'll understand what's happening because of how they put it on, and it's really cool. Thank you.
Commissioner Owens.
Just to add on to that, Newbury Park High School is opening with their Man de la Mancha. I believe the performance is at 8 o'clock on Friday and then 2 and 8 on Saturday. So the opening weekend should be very, very fun. It's a fantastic musical where you can dream the impossible dream, if you know what I'm saying. Thank you.
Okay, are there any other commissioner comments at this time? No? Okay, back to Chair Brousseau.
I'd just like to take a moment to thank our ASG liaisons again today for coming out and remind everyone that they're welcome. Every school is welcome to send one to let us know what's going on at their school. Remember to come to our implementation meeting next week, as everyone has said so far, on Wednesday at 6 here at the Civic Arts Plaza. And with that, the November 5th meeting of the Thousand Oaks Youth Commission is adjourned at 7:14 p.m.